Nice. We're ready. Hello everyone and welcome to the 7th episode of the RENNSPORT Radio Check. Kim already doing the salute. I'm here again with Kim and this time in a bit of a different scenario than usual.
Yeah.
We have an online setting now since we are still quite in a stressful situation after launch. Everything is still quite hectic, so we did not have time to meet up in person yet. So we decided to quickly update you guys via a online pre-recorded radio check, kind of like a Discord talking session from back in the day, but not live. Well, first of all, hello Kim.
Hello Lucas.
Very good. So let's actually, I would say, jump right into it. So Kim, after a fairly chaotic launch, I would say we got a lot of feedback, like a lot. And we made some stuff with it, I would say, right?
Yeah. I would also say it was a chaotic launch period for us.
Yes.
In many different ways. Firstly, mostly because this is our first project as a team that we released together. So obviously there was a lot of things that we had to learn how to do, and some things that were chaotic. But since then, we've seen a tremendous amount of feedback from the community in general. It's been super fun to see people enjoy the game. And it's also been a very good experience for us to see the parts that people don't enjoy and how they align with stuff that we also did not enjoy. And it told us that everything that we've sort of set in place was we were on the right path, because the feedback that we get to us now is feedback that we agree with, and it's stuff that we want to fix. But I think if you look at the launch, we are super proud now that we managed to get something out the door that works so good from a cross-play perspective. The technical base of online racing is something that has been incredible to see so many people engage with across the 3 different platforms on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. And just the fact that we have so many competitive players on console that can challenge the PC players on lap times or in those cross-play races, it's so fun to see. But with that, all the feedback that we see is so valuable to us, and we've taken everything. We have a huge list of improvements that we want to make to the game, some bigger, some smaller. And as you've already seen, we already put out a couple of health patches so far. The first one with over 90 fixes in it, Lucas.
That was crazy. Like, there was so much in there. And I mean, there was a lot, yes. And to be honest, we started work on the first patch already quite a bit before we released the game. Since releasing the game takes a bit, it needs to be approved and everything, so we had time, and we spent the time working on the patch. That's also why the patch was so huge with so many issues that were fixed. And then we saw, when we released the 72-hour early unlock, we saw that there was just a few very urgent issues that also needed to be addressed, and that we then included into the first patch, which slightly delayed it. But I think after we patched the first patch, things started looking up quite a bit, and especially then once the console players were fully able to join the crossplay races, it was really cool to see.
Yeah. And I mean, if you look at what we fixed in the first couple of health patches, it's pretty substantial things, like enabling better support for hardware on consoles was a major thing. We managed to update a lot of our SDKs quite rapidly after launch. One of the biggest criticism we got was the graphical quality of the rear view mirrors, for example, and that's something that we fixed immediately with one of the health patches. And same with the call distance for when you see graphical pop-ins, also something that we got on immediately once we started to see that feedback. And then we just been, squashing topic by topic and just making the general experience better. And a lot of these things comes from, the optimization that needed to happen between PC and consoles just meant that a lot of things just sort of fell between our shares while working on it. So now we took the time and we have the list, like I said, on things that needs to be improved. And we've shown now with the 3 health patches already out that we can fix things quite quickly, and we listen to everything that people say out there. We take every bit of feedback to our heart to really make sure that we can fix as much as possible.
Yeah, and with those patches, we try to stick to like a weekly almost rhythm. Of course, some delays here and there caused some differences to the weekly schedule, but the goal was weekly, and we almost made it, kind of.
Yep.
And also same as with patch 3,
Yeah,
we immediately started working on patch 4.
we are sort of locked in for December 11th, and it won't be changeable unless something drastic happens. And this is due to obviously we being in mid-December by then, and that means that companies worldwide start to go into holiday mode. And that's true for our partners that we work with to be able to release patches. And basically, if we miss the window of December 11th, that means that we might have to wait longer for that patch. And that's not something we want. So December 11 is sort of like hard locked in from our side.
I'm also quite positive though. But you said that after December 11th, there's not going to be any update anymore this year, which didn't we not communicate a DLC that was scheduled for this year as well? What happened to this?
That's correct. So if you bought the deluxe edition of the game, you got 2 DLC packs included in that price. The Endurance Classics Part 1 and Touring Classics Part 1, with the Endurance Classics Part 1 being scheduled for a December release. Now, given that we've changed our patching strategy to focus on fixing issues that has been reported and listening to the feedback out there, we made a decision to push back the release of the Endurance Classics Part 1 into February next year to be able to focus on the patches that we've now been doing since launch to fix issues. So this is the first big release, so to speak, after launch. And we want to get that right. We want to make sure that we have a level of quality that we feel proud of with this release. And to do that, the delay really helps us. And with this comes obviously some content that is part of the DLC package, but there is also going to be other updates to the game that is not necessarily part of the DLC. It's updates to the game. And to give you some few examples of that, we are looking on deepening the single player experience for this release and also heavily improving the AI behavior. And we're also looking to add more content to the game that is also not necessarily part of the DLC. It's added to anyone who owns the base game. Now, exactly how these changes affect the game and what I mean when I say that we improved the single player experience and the AI, we will get into detail on early 2026, and the same with showing what content is lined up for this release.
Yep. And well, that was a very quick one, since I think already finished everything that I had on my list for today. Maybe a quick info about the initially planned Radio Check episode 7, since this is like episode 7.2 or V2 or something like this.
Yeah.
So Kim, can you just quickly talk to us about what happened there?
So we went to the Sim Racing Expo in October, I think it was. And yes. I had so many people coming up to us at our booth. We had a super good booth. We had so many people in line all day to play the game and talk to us and tell us what they like about the game, what they don't like about the game. It was an incredible experience overall. But I had so many people that walked up to me and also to Morris and said, "When is the next Radio Shack coming out?"
I had some as well.
And then we said, so actually we're recording one live here at the Sim Racing Expo, which we also did. And it was a really fun episode when me, Lucas, and Morris were sitting on a couch in our booth and doing the recording. Some people watched it live.
We also have a special car at our booth, provided by the Nationale Automuseum, the local collection.
It's just great having them involved as well, and they are always so helpful because they brought the car. It's the Alpha from DTM times, in the earlier DTM times, and these cars, these old historic DTM cars, will be ready for the DLC next year. Yeah.
Unfortunately, due to the timing of the Sim Racing Expo being in late October, and then we had the launch in mid-November, we just were not able to get everything together and release that episode in a way that made sense, because we talked a lot about stuff leading up to the launch, and then we decided that publishing this episode after launch didn't make much sense. So this is why this is sort of the 7.2 episode. Maybe we'll release some clips of that recording from the expo at one point, because we had some fun conversations. But
it was a really good episode, especially the Morris got very hungry at the end.
Exactly.
I guess.
Thank you for having us.
See you next time.
Let's go for food, Morris.
Let's go.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Good times, yes. Yeah, but I think, Kim, we are well ahead of time. Like, this was a very quick one.
Yeah.
I don't have any other topics, so unless you have anything to say, I would say we are actually already done with it.
Yeah, so we didn't go that much into detail about the patches already released, because obviously the patch notes are available at our website, RENNSPORT.gg. But I truly believe that we have listened to the feedback out there, and we will keep listening, and you see that being reflected in the patch notes. And, and we will continue to do that leading up to the release next year, and also beyond that, of course.
The release of the DLC, of course, yeah.
And I would like to emphasize that any issues that you have, be it bugs or general feedback or suggestions, feel free to always reach out to us in any way that you can across social media or Discord, or when you see us at the expo. We are always happy to listen to feedback and also make improvements that are needed for the game.
Exactly. So our list of feedback currently is already very long, actually, and it's all for the better of RENNSPORT. So it's well worth it, I would say.
Yeah.
And also make sure to keep an eye on our website in general, I would say, since I usually post updates on there whenever we have like anything that we want to communicate. So most of what we said here has already been communicated via blog posts on our website, for example. So keep an eye on that. I also always inform the Discord when I do a blog post. So
yeah,
join that, and it's good. Yeah, let us know what you think about this kind of format. Just Kim and I, or maybe also some other people from the team, sometimes coming together here, just talking online a bit, chatting about further plans, future updates, anything that we've done internally, whatever. Very interested to hear your thoughts on this actually in the comments. Let us know. And I think we'll end it here then. Thank you very much for watching. And if you have any feedback, as Kim said, let us know, and have some nice holidays as well.
Yeah.
If you don't hear us between now and the holidays, I guess.
Happy holidays, and thank you for playing and driving, and most likely see some people out there on the servers over the holidays.
Exactly. It's quite fun actually.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, and we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.